How many genders are there, Harry?
Yeah,
Come on, little guy. How many genders are there?
Again, these guys don't know what they're talking about, so they won't be able to answer.
How many genders are there?
How many genders are there, Harry?
How many genders are there?
What's the legal? I'm gonna use Joe Biden's answers. At least two. At least two. That satisfies.
Well, how many more other than male and female?
That's a TikTok answer.
No, there's at least two.
Yeah.
There's at least two.
Well, no, hang on. There's male and female.
Kid is like human brain
Donald
rot.
Trump's.
Hello, everybody. Dare I say, ladies and gentlemen, this is a Piers Morgan interview that went off the rails pretty quickly. As you can tell by the members of the debate panel, this got kind of spicy. So sit back and enjoy as Trump's first day sparks a fiery debate on Piers Morgan's panel.
I'm just curious, genuinely curious, which ones you have a big problem with, right? For example, would you contest the fact there is a crisis on the southern border?
No, I definitely think that there's a problem at the border, but it's just interesting that Donald Trump is declaring a national emergency on this, given the fact that the numbers right now at the border are similar or even lower than they were under Donald Trump's
administration. Well, the reason he's done that
so
is because nearly 10 million... Well, hang on, Harry, the reason is that nearly 10 million illegal immigrants got into America on the southern border in the last 4 years. That's an emergency.
Actually, that's not true. The majority of people who've come in recent years have come in through asylum, meaning that they are legal. This guy, you can keep saying yes, it is all you want. You just don't know what you're talking about. The majority of people who come in have come in through asylum, meaning that they're legal immigrants.
So how many illegal immigrants came in?
System?
In your special numbers that you find in some special place?
Can you just
out of your ass, how many
just
came
stop
in?
talking. Just stop. Nobody needs to hear you speak.
No, I want to know how many you think came in illegally.
The majority of people come in through asylum. Now, Joe Biden tried to rewrite the asylum laws to make it harder for people to claim asylum improperly, and Republicans like Donald Trump blocked the bill. So it's fascinating to me that this is Donald Trump's day one executive order, and it's all.
You could tell how good this kid is to sticking to a subject. He is very well trained. Okay, honestly, they love to catch him young, guys. Okay, as for Democrats, okay, I was a used car salesman for crying out loud, and if you had a young guy come in looking for his first job in the 18-20 range, oh God, those old bastards sitting behind the tower loved that shit, man. Because basically there's no preconceived notion. You can basically put inside that person's head what you want, okay? And age hasn't instilled a lot of habits and other ideas and things like that that you may have to work over, or that person's going to work into what you want them to do. And that's basically it. So yeah, Harry Sisson right now is just perfect for what the Democrats need. He's young, which makes him hard to attack, and he's going to say exactly what you want him to say.
Also, for this Ferguson guy over here, you're saying, can you be quiet for 5 seconds?
Can you just agree with me, Harry? Harry, to be fair, Harry, just to remind you, the first thing you did was agree with me. There's a crisis on the southern border. So why wouldn't you agree that there should be an emergency order?
Well, I'm just curious as to where the emergency is. I think there's a crisis of the law. The law is lacking. I would like to see Donald Trump actually try to rewrite the asylum law.
All right, so you think there's a crisis, but you shouldn't do anything about it. All right. Do you think the cartel gangs should be designated terrorist groups? Yes or no?
Sure, no problem.
No problem with that. Great. Okay.
Wait, can I take...
No, hang on. Do you think America has... Do you think there should be more than two...
I love it because he's raising his hand. This is how young he is. He's raising his hand, but you can't tell that he's actually raising his hand. That is how indoctrinated this kid is. It's crazy.
Two genders in America.
Yeah, I don't know what that executive order means. I don't know what the president declared.
It means there are two genders, male and female. Do you disagree with that?
How many genders are there, Harry?
Yeah,
come on, little guy. How many genders are there?
Again, these guys don't know what they're talking about, so they won't be able to answer.
Harry, how many genders are there?
How many genders are there, Harry?
How many genders are there?
What's the legal... I'm gonna use Joe Biden's answers. At least two. At least two. That satisfies
how many more other than male and female?
That's a TikTok answer.
There's at least two.
Yeah.
There's at least two.
Well, no, hang on. There's male and female.
Kid is like human brain
Donald
rot.
Trump says there's male and female.
Sorry, I had to stop. I'm sorry. Oh, God. I held this in at the beginning of it for the lead-in, but Jesus, I can't do it now. Oh, that's hilarious. That's Ruben for the win.
Okay, Dave.
How many more are there after male and female, Harry?
There's at least 2. Now, anyway, let me get back to
what
How many more are there?
What are the other ones?
There's at least 2.
What are the other ones?
Harry, let's try it this way. You're a female. What is the other gender?
It's so funny. It's so funny how these conservatives just get time to lie on this show, but when I'm speaking, they all interrupt and there's no problem.
Question.
You've just been asked a very simple question, Harry.
Conversation with Piers, not you, Mr. Combe over. Relax for me.
Harry,
Take a
you
breather.
simply
Thank
got
you so
asked
much.
if there are at least 2 genders, how many more are there than male and female?
Piers, you asked me about Donald Trump's executive order. I'm trying to explain how legally it makes absolutely no sense and it's going to get sued in court. Then we go into culture wars with Dave Rubin and this Ferguson guy asking how many genders are there. I'm trying to answer your question. They're screaming their faces off. It doesn't fucking matter.
I'm asking you.
Oh God, this child.
And Piers,
I'm asking you, Harry. How many genders
and I'm
are
answering
there?
your question.
Harry,
Piers, I've answered your question.
Harry, how many genders are there?
2. There are at least 2.
2 or at least 2?
Are there 100?
Hang on, Ben. Hang on, Ben. I've got
More
this.
or less than 100?
Can I answer the question?
Yes, Cornell. Answer the question.
Can I answer the question
Yes.
for Brother Harry? Because Brother Harry trying to hold
help
on.
him out, Cornell.
That according to Shakespeare, all of us are androgynous. There are men and there are women. There are different sizes of human beings, all made in.
Reuben is classic. Reuben is classic. Look at this. Even Harry Sisson is blanking on this one. This is great. Oh my God, Cornel West he's been nuts at the best of times, but honestly, that's just too much. Yeah, let's prove something scientific by going to Shakespeare. Beautiful, just beautiful. Hero of the left.
The image of a God that has a dignity and a sanctity. And if you're going to try to start demonizing precious trans folk, then I'm going to be fighting. But it's not. But
okay, Cornell, I agree with them. I agree with them. I agree. Don't demonize trans folks. This is all the left has left. It's really
extraordinary. I've got to say, the torturous answers.
No, that's not all the left has left. We got a whole lot more waiting for you, Brother Rubin. You just watch.
Cornell, when you're reduced to quoting Shakespeare about gender.
But it's going to be humanistic across the board.
Look at this cult member out there with so many MAGA hats. Take them off your head, buddy. It's weird.
I'm just showing why we won, bro.
Nobody's demonizing the weak. I'm for girls playing girls and
winning at the moment doesn't mean that you're right, brother. Just because you won at the moment doesn't mean that you're right. You know that. You know that from history.
Hey, Dave Rubin, how many trans athletes are in college sports? Does anybody know?
If there's one biological male beating a girl in a sport, it's one too many.
This guy has absolutely no idea what he's talking about. Now, can we get back to the executive orders I disagree with by any chance?
Yeah, sure. But what about that one, about the 2 genders? Yeah. I can't work out.
2 genders. Let's go back to that.
Well, hang on. I can't work out whether you agree or disagree. Donald Trump says specifically, Harry, there are 2 genders, male and female. That's it. You think there are at least 2, which normally means there are more than 2. So what are the others?
Interpret as you will, but I think that executive order is stupid.
Tell me, what are the others?
I've given you my answer.
What are the others?
You can interpret that as you will.
What are the other genders?
And this is the perfect of the left, okay? He gave an answer by not giving an answer, okay? And this is exactly how the left argues. David Pakman, okay, for all those of the left and David Pakman fans that listen to me, and there are quite a few that get on my case because I mispronounced the last man's name. There, you've had it, what, twice? David Pakman. That's 4 times, that's all you're going to get. David Pakman does this all the time, okay? It's just a very, very weak style of arguing.
Interpretations here. I'm telling you my answer is at least 2. Now, on the legitimacy of the executive order, it makes no sense. What's legal mechanism for enforcement?
Harry,
that's what I'm
asking.
This
is why I hate TikTok babies.
Harry, when you say there are at least 2 genders...
Be quiet. Ted Cruz's buddy over here with the comb over needs to be quiet.
Is Piers talking to you?
I know.
This kid has tried so bad to burn this dude in the middle and multiple times, okay? He tried to... With David Rubin, David Russian Rubin, I mean, he has missed so much it's not even funny. It's this kid is a human flack machine, okay? All he is to be up here and throw out talking points and just absorb this abuse.
I simply want to know, Harry, You said you wanted to go back to the list of executive orders, whether you agreed or not. You say there are...
my answer, Piers. My answer doesn't change.
No, but your answer doesn't make any sense. What do you mean?
It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
Piers, you can think my answer doesn't make any sense. You're going to ask me the question again. We're going to go back and forth. I'm going to give you the exact same answer.
What you
makes no sense.
No,
this executive order is
I'm asking
nonsense.
you what you mean by at least 2 genders.
I'm saying at least 2.
What does that mean?
At least there are. What do you? What's the? I'm not sure what you're confused
about.
Does
that mean there are more than 2, or there are 2?
There's at a minimum 2.
This is exactly why the Democrats on these issues got themselves into so much difficulty.
You guys are such
because they literally cannot explain what they're talking about.
Trump is a convicted.
Don't call us losers.
All right, don't all shout. I want Dave Rubin to respond. Dave Rubin, this to me is exactly why the Democrats lost the plot. They can't even explain what they mean when they say this crap.
Look, Harry perfectly exemplifies everything wrong with the modern left and the Democrat Party. He can't tell you how many genders there are, and then all he can do is hurl insults. That's exactly what the Democrats and the media machine has done. You are a child.
Is the hypocrisy not astounding?
How old are you, 12?
Is the hypocrisy not astounding? Do you feel no shame when you say something like that? Is the hypocrisy not absolutely astounding, Dave?
Be quiet. Get a job, kid. Listen, this is exactly
this smug,
nonsensical drivel is what everyone hates. Look,
is astounding.
Piers, if you may remember, what was it, a few months ago, I think it was a day before Joe Biden stepped down when Harry and I were on the panel, and he was saying how brilliantly sharp and never sharper oh my God, his brain is so great. Joe Biden is the best. And then the next day, he gets the talking points from the DNC.
In all fairness.
And he's yes, they pay these people. It's as simple as that.
That's why Russia pays conservative commentators.
All right, let me ask Cornell. I want to bring Cornell back. I want to bring Cornell back. I want to bring Cornell back.
The company funneled right through.
And there you have it, folks. That's basically when this debate went right off the rails, and quite frankly, never went right back on. And I'm gonna, save Cornel West and his DEI rant, for another time. I mean, honestly, the man is, he is an academic race hustler, and that's the best way that I can put it. And a failed presidential candidate, but then again, that puts him in there with Cenk Uygur and how many other people that we can call that on the left. So thank you very much, guys, for joining me today and taking in this as Trump's first day Sparks' fiery debate on Piers Morgan panel. Hit that like button, please. Hit the notification button for the next time I bring you something like this. Hit me with those commentaries. I do like those. I am serious about that. And hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to be at 500 by the end of January, and I need your guys' help for that, so please hit that subscribe button. If this is the first time you've been here, or if you're one of those cruisers, just hit the button, please. All right, thank you all very much for joining me today. Later!